and FM, and it's another beautiful day for us to know what is happening in your community. Yes, it's time for community platform right here. It holds Tuesdays 11:15 a.m. to 12 p.m. and Wednesdays, of course, also 11:15 a.m. to 12 p.m. So today is another beautiful day, just as I've said, to also get situation reports from you, from your different communities, wherever it is that you are, whatever is trending in your community. Please do well to call in or send a text message or a WhatsApp message. It could be about power, it could be about security, it could be about energy, the fuel crisis and whatnot. Whatever is happening, around you, we want to know, and we also want, the relevant authorities that can actually solve that problem to also be aware of what is happening in your community. My name is Omobola Sandra, and I'm here, of course, in the studio with Sage Babalola.
Good morning once again, Sandra.
Yes. All right. So, as we all know, 15th of January, that was on Sunday.
Yes.
Yes, 15th of January was the Armed Forces Remembrance Day in Nigeria. And I have this special, feeling for, the men in uniform. Like, they leave their family, they leave everything behind and go all out for patriotism, for nationalism. And it's just something that's really admirable about them. And it's something that we should always appreciate about them. We should always celebrate them for going out to, put things in place for us to make us safe, to make the place safe, to make the world a better place. So every January 15th, every year, we honor veterans of World War I and II, as well as the Nigerian Civil War. It's a day that's set aside for sober reflections on the while the Armed Forces Remembrance Day is celebrated on November 11 every year globally. Yeah. It's here in Nigeria, especially with with the Nigerian Civil War and whatnot. That's why ours is a bit different from the global trend. All right, so some people may wonder, okay, but out of the country, they celebrate it in November and all of that. But with the former end of the Nigeria Civil War, following the surrender of the Biafran secessionists on January 15th, 1970. The date was changed in Nigeria to mark the restoration of Nigeria's unity. And we need to, appreciate the ones who made sure that we were able to stay as one, because our unity is our strength. We always say that. It's very important. There's so many diverse tribes, diverse ethnicity in Nigeria. I think Nigeria has the highest number of tribes in the world, over 250 in the studio.
Commander Colonel TJ Abdallah. It's such a pleasure to make sure that people are safe, people can go about their day-to-day activity without necessarily encountering firsthand what war. Grateful for a day like, to have you here with us in the studio. Thank you so much for being here, Second Lieutenant Michael Ogbonna.
Thank you very much.
To know, or we like also to hear from you. Every time we just read stuff from the papers, or we get to hear from the news, things that have to do with the armed forces. But you may also want to. We are here on community platform to do, educate and to inform and enlighten the public more about the armed forces. Lieutenant Ogbonna, what would you say is, what would you say the armed forces means to you? Why do you think you decided to take on the mantle? I want to do this for this country, and I am going to go all out to do it.
Definitely. The reason why, to ensure that everyone is safe wherever they are, whatever they're doing their place of business, their place of work, or wherever it is, to ensure that they are going to be safe, their properties are safe, and whatever they're doing, we tend to put their lives first to ensure that everything comes first and the nation comes first at large.
That's so inspiring. The nation comes first.
Yeah.
Really, really inspiring. Very, very. All right. So, what would you say? Because all of us, there's none of us here that was probably, I don't know about you, but I wasn't there when all of that happened in the 70s and all of that. But if I were to ask you, what would you say is the significance or the value that you have gotten from the Armed Forces Remembrance Day?
I would say the significance of the Armed Forces Remembrance Day help us to remember those who fought gallantly during the Civil War, World War One and World War Two. It helps us to remember them who fought gallantly, and secondly, it helps us to remember those who had sleepless nights, taking care of the families, the properties, to ensure that wherever you're sleeping, that you're safe, and ensure that when you wake up tomorrow morning, you're safe and sound, knowing fully well that the armed forces are there to ensure that the nation is being kept at peace.
Right. Thank you so very much for your answer. Definitely, I think you already covered the question of what does it mean to you personally. Does it remind you, does it make you feel appreciated that, I decided to do this and my community is appreciating me for my decision to do this? Like I said before, literally putting your life first, protecting people that you don't even have any personal interaction with, and you decided to protect them. So let's talk about how much, success we've been able to record with regards to the fight against insurgency. It's not breaking news that the country is not maybe as safe as we would like it to be. And I can only imagine the situation we would be in if not for the servicemen of the Nigerian Armed Forces. So we want you to paint us a picture of what this experience is like for you. The extra, should I say, effort you have to put into the strategies, the plan. Obviously, you can't tell us certain things, but, the plans you have to put in place, some of the decisions that you've had to make sure that this insurgency is at least minimized, if not completely eradicated.
And definitely, we've been carrying several operations to ensure that the peace and the safety of the Nigerians are being kept. We carry out several operations like raid and the rest to ensure that those bandits and those tending to terrorize the nation at large are kept where they are. We ensure that peace in the nation is being the first thing of any armed forces or any personnel you find around Nigeria. That's our first priority.
Right. Do you think that you have everything that you need to properly carry out your responsibility, or at least this responsibility that you've taken upon yourself? Do you think that is adequate in this fight? It's not little. This is national issue. It's not just this small area. You're protecting the entire nation in a matter of speaking. Do you have everything that you need? Are there certain things that if you had, it would make you executing your responsibility even more seamless?
Yeah, we have everything we have in terms of carrying out our various operations, in terms of our mobility and the rest, and what we acquired. We have that to carry all operations we want to carry.
Right, thank you very much.
All right, now looking at Lagos State, which of course is your first constituency as at now, because they move around a lot. But if you're looking at Lagos, the security of Lagos now, what exactly has it been like? What has it been like? A lot of people would say there's a lot that has to do with security in Lagos, some sort of especially in recent times we've been hearing so many things and all, but what would you say about Lagos itself, security in Lagos?
Though the security in Lagos has been, let's say, top notch, because we tend to carry out patrols at night to ensure that those thugs around the streets and the hooks and corners of Lagos are being kept safe. So we tend to carry out several operations at night and patrolling the whole of Lagos Express and the rest of them to ensure that when people wake up tomorrow morning, there's no cause for alarm that so place is on fire and so place. So we do carry out some activities around Lagos State.
What has the relationship been like with other security agencies, most especially the Nigeria Police Force?
It's been a cordial relationship because of the ongoing exercise Stillwater we're having at Ojota. We have other sister agencies like the NDLA, the police, the Legion, and the rest of them. We tend to collaborate to carry out a successful operation.
All right, you're listening to Community Platform on 98.3 Mainland FM, and we have with us Second Lieutenant Ogbonna with us in the studio, and it's been an interesting one. This is still in celebration of the Armed Forces Remembrance Day that was held on January 15th. That was Sunday, some 2 days ago, with a lot of pomp and pageantry, especially in the nation's capital. Now, moving on to the achievements of OP Mesa as a lot of people still have some misconceptions, and they need clarifications about what OP-Mensa is supposed to be all about. And also you can also tell us the achievements that OP-Mensa has had so far.
Okay, so far the operations and the achievements we've carried out so far, because we still have an ongoing exercise Stillwater at Ojota. So with other collaboration with other sister agencies, sometimes we tend to go out to perform raid, whereby we get some information about some thugs and miscreants within the community of Ojota. We tend to raid them. We've gotten operations of smuggling of drugs or so. We tend to involve the NDLA in it, and once those are caught, we tend to hand over those to NDLA. We've been carrying out so far successful operations within the OP-Mensa so far.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Just as we said, we have with us Second Lieutenant M. Ogbonna joining us today on Community Platform. Stay with us. We'll take a short break and we will be right back. You're listening to 98.3 Mainland FM. My name still remains Omobola Sandra and
Babalola Sage.
Paying attention to the hustle and bustle of Lagos. Take a chill pill.
Problem in all the feeling. Calm down. Holiday to Mozambique. Follow me go to Mozambique.
We're the perfect guide to your destination. Mainland 98.3 FM. The sound of Lagos.
Mainland FM 98.3.
When the airwaves in your market become more and more crowded, it's time to break it open and really stand out. It's here.
Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos.
Have you observed anything unusual in your area?
Come on, report it.
Is there something troubling about your community and you need the government's assistance?
Why the hesitation? Report it.
Or maybe it's all rosy and you just can't keep the praises to yourself.
I'm telling you, you can commend it.
Community Platform on Mainland 98.3 FM is an avenue to shine a light on your community Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. It's 11 a.m. from your mouth to the government's ears.
Lagos, the center of excellence, bounded by the state of Ogun to the north and east, by the Bight of Benin to the south. Lagos, from pre-colonial to post-colonial era, has always projected its beautiful tradition, culture, people, and heritage. From
Isaleko
to Ekpe, Badagry,
Ebute Meta
to Ikorodu, the Lagoon State comes with stories that would always delight your mind. Join us every Thursday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Lagos Through the Ages on Mainland 98.3 FM as we take a cursory look at the beautiful history, heritage, people, and places in Lagos. Lagos Through the Ages. I had a rumor that you were searching for the station to give you joy, laughter, and happiness. I had a rumor that the station you're searching for is right here. I mean, here. 98.3 Mainland FM, the sound of Lagos. Lagos.
All right, welcome back. You're still listening to Community Platform here on Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. We do have with us here in the studio Second Lieutenant Fred Michael Ogbonna, who's Armed Forces. We've also spoken very briefly about their great strides in maintaining peace in the nation and, of course, in Lagos State. We've also spoken about, of course, all of that commendable effort. And together we would continue to converse with Second Lieutenant Michael Ogbonna as regards many things that we have misconceptions about, things that we need clarity about so that we can get the right information out there. Thank you very much, Sandra. So let's get back to speaking with, other security authorities and what have you. And you say that it's been seamless, you've been working with them. It has been easy for you to make certain, success in catching operative word. A lot of people have, a lot of ideas about them, like with the people, and what common misconception about the men of
with the people in general is been a cordial relationship so far, but people tend to have this misconception about if they see a military man, like they should run. We tend to have cordial relationship with people we're trying to safeguard, to put in order. People we tend to bring closer to avoid the bandits or the thuggeries or the miscreants within Lagos State. So definitely there's always been a cordial relationship with the people who are safeguarding, especially in Lagos State.
So obviously there would be saboteurs in any agency, those who would refuse to, obey the rules that have been set down. So in a situation where, a citizen experiences something like that, and a way to draw the attention of the military to situations like this, that a so individual has, decided to abuse the uniform and use it to
have the military police in any units, in any formation. We tend to have the military police. So definitely, if someone sees a military personnel doing otherwise, it can come forward towards the military police in any unit and report the information. Then the military police will have a way of getting hold of the personnel involved in anything of such.
All right. Thank you very much, Second Lieutenant Michael.
All right, when you say that we should go to the military police, do they have a station? Are they at the police station since they're military police? Or do I have to go to the nearest barracks or cantonment? How exactly do we have access to these military policemen?
You definitely have to go to the nearest barracks or the nearest cantonment, because each barracks or each unit of formation has a military police in it. So definitely they know personnel residing within that AOR. It will be easy for them to trace personnel that's being found. Then the military police will far away in dealing with such situation.
Okay, thank you very much. But aside from reporting, errant military officers and whatnot, what other ways can civilians assist the military in seamless?
Move close to the closest barracks, the closest cantonment. Make sure everywhere is cool and calm at the moment.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, so yes, call in. The phone line is 1363. Lieutenant Ogbonna with us here. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Milan FM.
Good morning.
My name is Abiodun Bakari.
All right.
I appreciate your guest, Lieutenant Ogbonna. Personnel, because I lived the first 17 years of my life in the military barrack. Continue to go close to the military formation, state, threatening to invade. So I just want your reaction information and this is why it's like that, or if it's not like that.
The thing is already putting in place to
military intelligence guys telling
on security, because elections are neck off efforts toward what assurances can you give to the
power to give that such authority. The authority will be coming from the GOC himself. Major military personnel are being strategized in various locations for the upcoming
place, so we can at least hold that one for now till when I'm none. So I just want to say thank you to all serving and retired personnel for helping us fight for our freedom and peace, and may God bless and give you.
Hello, good morning, my sister.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you. Your guest, he spoke very well, and I also arose the play in this country in terms of covering the insecurity and some of them. But my question to him is that I remember sometimes ago, 2019, when one.
Hello? Okay, anything? Here you got what you were saying. I was trying to ask if there are any.
There are several measures being taken place to correct such actions, and the actions should not be taken.
You can start wrapping things up, but then if you still have any questions or you need clarifications or you just want to appreciate good armed forces, do well to call in zero. And so not finally, admiration and whatnot for the army. So how would one go about it?
Well, the process of joining the army, whether the army, the navy, whereby you apply and you're required for some various documents needed. If it's being a soldier, being an officer, there are processes, your medicals and everything. Then from there you proceed to the training proper, whereby at least you'll be brushed up properly on what it takes to be a military person.
Because I had to ask, because in recent times a lot of people would feel that it's a particular region that's in the military. I'm not going to lie, I was a little bit surprised when I got your name and you're you're from the south, is involved in, and one would wonder why, and most people will say that it's the northern people that are usually, it's just a thing for the northerners, or at what why?
If you have the interest to dedicate yourself, to leave yourself away from your family members, your friends, though it's not an easy ball game, but you have to leave your family and friends within you, not being a particular region dominating more. So it comes from a person. If I want to serve my country, if I want to be there for my country.
Right, yes. I would draw us back just a little bit, but from your answer, you didn't say anything about any payment, gotten to that is currently being.
Basically, if you want to apply the
pleasure having you here with us in the studio. I think we still have very much. Would really appreciate if you can do that.
Okay. Good morning, Sandra.
Good morning, sir.
The Nigeria Armed Forces what celebrating would have happened. We really give that during this election. I want to appeal to Nigeria Armed Forces. So please do their duty diligently. Make sure that there is no compromise, so that this election can be held and obstruct any other agency. I can say it personally, not than the armed forces. I say it and I can repeat it that I don't trust any other security agency apart from Nigeria State Police. So there will be no problem. Thank you. God bless.
Have been happening, and I know that a lot of people have made statements. The chief of defense staff have made statements. The president himself have made statement that things are being put in place. But are your thoughts as regards the elections, this elections that's coming up?
Definitely, the election will be free and fair. The election will be free and fair by strategizing in different locations that, if any, is suspended at the moment.
All right. Okay, thank you very much once again. I think we can wrap up at this point. To Osi Morale, he's also here with us in the studio, and he's been a pleasure to do this with you.
Thank you very much. I feel the same way.
All right. More comfortable, so they can do what they need. A lot of us cannot do what they do, so that's why we have to keep long as it is. Just as Lieutenant Ogbonna said, putting the 8.3 mainland FM